Is your agency's success secretly driving you crazy? You're hitting new revenue goals, but you're working harder than ever. You wanted to build a business, but it feels more like you have 3 or 4 high-stress jobs that are full-time, all of them combined. If that sounds familiar, it's because every agency owner has this problem eventually. But there is a way out. So in this video, I'll show you the simple math that proves the traditional agency model is built to keep you stuck, and the powerful shift in thinking that separates the top 1% of agencies from everyone else. And also, I'll give you a 3-step plan to turn your service business into a scalable asset. So let's diagnose the real problem. Why does running a successful agency feel like you're stuck on a hamster wheel? It's because you sell time. Every new project means a custom proposal, more sales calls, you going in and fixing all of those. Even if someone else does part of this for you, it's always ends up being you who needs to troubleshoot the most difficult problems, which causes decision-making fatigue. And your income is probably tied directly to your team's hours, so growth means hiring more people, managing more projects, and handling more clients. You're always reacting, always putting out fires instead of building a business that runs with you. That's what leads to burnout and a company that can't survive without your constant attention. I know a founder, we'll just call him Mark. It's not his real name. He runs a 7-figure web development agency. On paper, he's a massive success. In reality, he works 70-hour weeks as the main salesperson, as the head of project management, and as the problem solver in chief, or whatever it's called. So he's running around all departments trying to solve all the problems that people can't solve themselves. His business couldn't operate without him. If he left, it would decline very quickly. When he looked into selling his company, his agency, the valuation was shocking. Why? He hasn't built a business. He's built a job where he's made himself irreplaceable. And Mark's story isn't unique. The numbers show this is a structural problem with service business. I'm not telling you don't run a service business. I'm telling you there's a solution. So a typical service firm of any type, including agencies, has a profit margin of around 40%. And it's usually valued at just 1x its current revenue. And by the way, I know everyone's heard higher valuations. I know that. I heard valuations of 4x, but that depends on factors like, is it evergreen? Is it, like, can it survive without the founder? Is there a client list that other companies want to buy, and so on? So if you look at a SaaS company, their margin can be closer to 80% and their valuations can hit 8x revenue or more. The feeling of being trapped isn't just in your head. It's a mathematical fact. The standard agency model fundamentally caps your profit, your ability to scale, and your freedom. And by the way, I'm 95% focused on working with agencies. So why am I telling you this? It's like I'm telling you not to run an agency. That's not exactly the reason here. So there's a concept, it's called productization. Productization is the change in strategy that turns your agency from a service that consumes your effort into an asset that builds your wealth. It's how you stop being a mechanic for custom jobs and start being the architect of a factory. Let me show you what I mean, because so far it's a bunch of analogies. So here's what a traditional agency looks like in 2025. Every client project is like building a kit car from a pile of parts. The process is complicated, the pieces are always different, and you need a master mechanic for every single build. You can only build one at a time. It's high effort and low scalability. Now, this is a productized agency. You've stopped building custom cars. Instead, you've perfected one incredible model. It's your process that is named after you or your company. You've created a repeatable assembly line. You can train people for specific standard roles. The quality is consistent and you can increase production without everything breaking. This is how you find real scale and profit. So what is productization? It's the method of taking your expertise and packaging it into an offering with a fixed scope and a fixed price. You stop selling hours, you start selling a specific outcome. So whatever marketing channel you might be using, think of it like this. Clients come to you and solve one big problem to get more leads, to get more sales, to build better software if you run a software company, or do better marketing if you run a marketing agency. In a traditional agency, you create a new solution for every client based on the pieces you already have. And some don't even have pieces yet. They're just like Googling it or whatever. With a productized service, you've designed the perfect solution once and you have a system to deliver it flawlessly every time. This sounds good in theory, but how do you actually do it? Here's a simple plan for you in 3 steps so you can use it today. Step 1, Find your golden service. Look at everything you offer, what's most in demand, what's most repeatable, what gives clients the clearest return. Start there and don't try to make everything productized yet. It's not time yet. Pinpoint the one service that is your core strength, the one that you can deliver better than anyone else, and the clients are always the best paying clients, the most sane people you work with that pay you the most money. They're always complimenting you on it. So that's what you build on. So step 2, package and price it for profit. This is where you stop writing custom proposals. You must create a clear multi-tier system with set prices. A brilliant example is Design Joy. The founder, a talented designer, created a simpler product, a subscription for unlimited designs, requests with a quick turnaround for a flat monthly fee. It's still an agency. However, it behaves like a SaaS. Clients know exactly what they get and what it costs. No scope creep, no negotiation. That model has scaled to millions and millions in revenue. You can do the same. Offer 2-3 packages and price them based on the results you deliver, not the hours it takes. A recurring subscription model is even better because it generates predictable revenue. Step 3, standardize how you deliver. The product needs a standard production line. That means creating detailed checklists and templates for every step. How do you onboard a client? What are the exact steps to do the work? What does the final handoff look like? Document it all. This system is what allows you to hand off work to people that aren't like $100,000 a year, train new people quickly, and guarantee the work is done right every time as you grow. As you do this, avoid these mistakes. First, don't price it very low. It's not about very low pricing. The urge is to make it very, very cheap because, it's like a factory. It's cheap, right? This is a fatal error that kills your margins and attracts the types of clients that you don't want to have. Second, don't wait around. Maybe founders try to run their custom agency and productize service at the same time. You can't be halfway in. Your focus will be divided and you'll fall back to the custom work because the new productized business idea, or the offer you can call it, fails because you didn't put in enough focus and time. You have to fully commit to the new model ASAP. So that's how to move forward in all of this if you're stuck in the old model of running an agency. You go from being a trapped operator to a true owner, and you scale an asset that gives you wealth and freedom. And you can escape the whole trap that was your previous agency model by doing this. There's also an alternative way. This is one of the ways. An alternative way, it's called white labeling, but it's like reverse white labeling, which I might cover in a different video. Now that you have this plan, the next question is, what services can you actually productize? There are 5 specific models that are generating millions of dollars for agencies right now. To help with that, I'm going to make next week, so it's not live right now if you're watching it when it was published, I will make a video breaking down the 5 most profitable productized services for this year. So with real world examples for each one. Click the video on the screen once it's live next week, 7 days from the publishing of this video, and then you can watch that video, which will be awesome. Otherwise, just click the other videos in the description that I think might be valuable for you. See you then and there.